Dear friend, I would like to talk to you about your depression. See, when you are depressed, you spend a lot of time seeking out the quiet. When you are depressed and introverted and you are afraid of loud noises and you live in a world full of cars and shotguns and explosions and dogs having sex and bombs and cats having sex and babies screaming and dishes breaking and turtles having sex, you develop an overwhelming appreciation for silence. The kind of silence where you sit in your room with the door shut and the lights dim, reading books even though you know that reading books with dim lighting will cause you to have to wear glasses by the time you're 29. Therein lies the problem, because closing yourself in a room with dim lights and books leaves you trapped with your own thoughts, which bounce off the thinly padded walls in your head like a game of exploding racquetball that you have to play with your bare hands. Here's what a particularly bad day looks like when I'm depressed. Oh, I'm overstimulated. I'll go lay down and read a book. Oh, I'm alone in my bed with a book. Let's think about every mistake I've ever made and every friend I've ever lost. Oh, it's dangerous for me to be on my own right now. Let's go to the mall with my friends because they've invited me 47 times and I keep saying no. Oh, wait. Now I'm an introvert at the mall. Are you sensing the counterproductivity here? When you have depression, you have to choose whether or not it's worth showering today, because bathing with a 25-pound necklace made of chains and regret can be a real pain in the neck. When you have depression, you don't eat because you're hungry, you eat because your best friend is observant and yells at you if you skip meals. Dear friend, you must also remember that depression takes many forms. Depression isn't always actively suicidal thoughts. Sometimes depression is just passiveness towards your well-being. I've got no desire today to pitch myself in front of that car, but if that car were to jump up on the sidewalk and start coming at me, I don't know that I could get out of the way, because depression turns my feet into cinder blocks and the sidewalk that I'm standing on into a lake made of Gorilla Glue. Depression isn't always an overwhelming sea of sadness. Sometimes it's more like an ocean of apathy. When you're sad, at least you have an active emotion that you can tend to. When you're sad, you know that a hug or a cuddle puddle with your best friends will offer you some sort of a relief. But how do you combat the complete absence of feeling? Having depression is like coating your body in icy hot and then laying on a bed filled with Novocaine syringes. Hey Quentin, there's a stampede of wild elephants in your living room. Oh, that's cool. Say hi to him for me. Hey Quentin, Lucifer just took a dump in your bathroom and he ran out of paper. Oh, cool. Hey Alexa, add TP to my shopping list. Hey Quinn, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. Dear friend, I'm writing now to tell you that depression is real and it sucks. But there is a ladder in this pit that we are both in, and I'm going to give you a boost so that you can reach it. I'm writing to tell you that the hallway that we're walking down might be pretty damn dark, but I have one more match in my pocket. Depression is that school bully that keeps taking your lunch money, but I'm writing to tell you that if you haul off and punch it in the face, I will back you up when we get to the principal's office. Depression is the tattoo that you got of your abusive ex's name when you were 19, and I'm writing to tell you that I found the laser that we can use to remove it. Depression has left you with scars, and no amount of ointment will make the scars fade, and I'm writing to tell you that you don't need to hide the scars, because scars are just another form of storytelling, and people need us to read out loud. Depression is that old tattered blanket that was your only companion when you lived under that bridge on Grand Parkway, and I'm writing to tell you that you don't need it anymore because you can come to my house and use my comforter instead. Depression is the one that turned your shoes into cinder blocks and hung that chain on your neck, and that's okay because I'm writing to you from a place where we dance around barefoot and we don't accessorize. Depression is hundreds of sleepless nights overanalyzing every mistake you ever made while a voice shouts into a megaphone right next to your head, into your ear, that you're unforgivable, and I'm writing to tell you that I forgive you. Depression is an empty car with a busted radio and a 12-hour drive, and I'm writing to tell you that I just bought an RV with XM radio and we're picking everyone up, and I've got a seat here with your name on it. Dear friend, depression is a long and difficult uphill road, and it's filled with potholes and detours and hours of construction, and I'm writing to tell you that I will be your GPS. Depression is that CD you got when you were 16 that's covered in scratches now, and when you try to play it, all it can do is repeat that one part of the song that says you're alone, and I'm writing to tell you that you are not alone. You're not alone. You are not alone. Dear friend, depression is your past constantly telling you that you are going to die and that nobody loves you and nobody cares about you, and I'm writing from the future to let you know that you are still alive. Dear friend, I am writing because I am you and you are me, and if nobody else tells you this today, hold up a mirror because you'll see my face, and all I want to say is that I love you. Love always yourself.